everyone, welcome to Bleed Electrical. I'm here back again with another interesting video on electrical drive. Now in the last video we have already discussed about what is traction, drive used in traction systems, the electric and non-electric tractions and general features of traction motors, both electrical and mechanical. In this video we'll be talking about types of services and curve of traction motor. So let's get started. Now, types of services. It is broadly categorized into three services. Firstly, the mainline services. Second is the urban services. And thirdly, the suburban services. So now let us understand what is a mainline service. Now in mainline service, the distance between the two stops or the two stations should be more than 10 kilometers. For example, I'm traveling from Nagpur to Chennai. So the distance between the two stops is more than 10 kilometers. So it has to have good speed because for me to reach Chennai would be a preference in as minimum time as it could be possible. So the acceleration and retardation is of not at most important to me. So running time is a bit important to me. So mainline services are those services in which the distance between the two stops is more than 10 kilometers. Now talking about the urban services. In the urban services, the distance between the two stops is very less. Like it's less than a kilometer. So it should be starting frequently and stopping frequently. So in this case, we can compromise with the speed, but we cannot compromise with the acceleration and retardation period. For example, if you're having a metro service in your city, you might have noticed, or a local service in your city, you might have noticed how frequently the train has to start and it has to stop. So in urban services, the distance is less than a kilometer. So frequent starting and stopping operation has to be achieved. Then talking about the suburban services. In the suburban services, the distance between the two stations or the two stops could be between the range 1 to 8 kilometers. And the service also include rapid acceleration and retardation because it is also requiring frequent starting and stopping operations. So this is about the suburban services. Then coming to the curve of traction motor. Now what is this curve? We can plot two graphs. First graph we can plot in between the speed and time. So the speed is plotted on the ordinate and the time on abscissa. So that is we get the speed time curve. Then another plot can be against speed with respect to distance. Okay, so here the speed can be plotted on the ordinate and the distance can be plotted on abscissa. So here you have these two curves and these two curves can give you a lot of information, like it can give you the distance between the two stops, it can give you the retardation, it can give you the acceleration. So generally we use the speed time curve for more information because it's considered to be more important. So let us discuss about the speed time curve of a traction motor. Now, the speed time curve of a traction motor is mainly having these periods. First is the constant acceleration period, then acceleration on speed curve period, then free running period, then coasting period, then braking period. So these are the different periods possible. Now let us check out with the graph. Now I'm plotting speed in kmph on the y-axis and time on the x-axis. So starting with the first period, that is the constant acceleration period. So in constant acceleration period, if I see it is a straight line passing through origin, that means both of these things are directly proportional to each other. Means the speed is increasing with respect to time until it reaches a certain point, that is A, at time instant t1. So I get what? I get the constant acceleration period. During this period, what happens? The current is kept constant and the voltage is increased slowly by removing the resistances. So it is also known as the notching up period. Okay, because here the current being constant and the voltage increasing little by little, we get the constant acceleration period. So acceleration is also increased until it reaches the point A. Then after this, we have the acceleration on speed curve period. In this, what we do, we keep the voltage constant. Now what was happening over here? The voltage was changing. Now here I am keeping the voltage constant. Now what I am doing is reducing the current. And as you reduce the current, what will happen? The speed will increase. Okay, and acceleration will start reducing. So until a point B, at an instant of t2, there will be acceleration on the speed curve. Then now it has taken up the speed, so there will be a free running period. Now the speed will not change, it will keep running. Okay, so this period of time until point C is known as the free running period. Okay, it will be until time t3. Then next, coasting period. Now what is this coasting period? Until point D, what will happen? The supply will be disconnected. The supply given to the traction will be disconnected. Now, will the train stop immediately? No, the train will move. And what will happen? Until a point D, it will keep moving and then brakes will be applied. Okay, so C से लेकर D तक there will be a movement of the train because of its own momentum. Okay, then after this portion D, you have another time instant where you are getting the braking period where you are applying the brakes. Okay, so D point, after D point you're getting the braking period. At an instant T5, the train will stop. So right from the start of the train to the stop of the train, you're having all these 5 periods. Firstly, you're having the constant acceleration period, then you're having the acceleration period, then you're having the free running period, then you're having this coasting period, then you're having the braking period. So let's check them out one by one. So as I told you earlier, what is this constant acceleration period? During this period, the motor starts to accelerate from the rest. Okay, it is represented by OA on the graph. Okay, and in this instant of time, what happens? The current is maintained constant. And as I told you, voltage is increasing gradually by cutting out the starting resistances, and slowly the motor is accelerating, the acceleration is increasing. Okay, so now the current taken by the motor and the tractive efforts are practically constant, and this period is also called as notch up or accelerating period or rheostatic accelerating period. Okay, and acceleration is indicated by alpha, and during the acceleration its value lies from 0.5 to 1 kmph. Okay, then another was acceleration on speed curve. The second one was acceleration on speed curve. What was happening over here? As I told you, the voltage was kept constant, and now the current will start decreasing, and as soon as the current decreases, what will happen? The speed will start increasing. Okay, now because of this, current starts decreasing and speed starts increasing, and acceleration also gets decreasing. Okay, because of the increase in speed, now the train will catch up its speed. Okay, so this is how the acceleration on speed curve, which is indicated by points A to B, is defined. All right, so this is the acceleration period on speed curve. Now another, you have the free running or constant speed period. As I've explained to you, here it is taking a supply from the utility lines and then it is freely running for the point B to C for the instant T2 to T3. Then coasting period. In coasting period, the coasting period will be there for a period of time from T3 to T4 and from point C to D. What will happen? Here we cut out the supply and the speed will fall and the speed will decrease. So there will be the movement of the train, however, because of its own momentum. So that is what is the coasting period, and this retardation or the deceleration is indicated by the alphabet beta. Okay, by this symbol beta, beta C, coasting. Then the last you have is braking period, that is from time instant T5 to T4 to T5, that is from point D to E, you are having the braking period. So at T4 the brakes are applied and the train finally stops. So in mainline services the free running period will be more and starting and braking periods are very small. since their distance between the stops is more than a 10 kilometers. ओके, सो यहाँ पर स्टॉप्स के बीच का डिस्टेंस बहुत ज़्यादा होने की वजह से क्या होता है कि ट्रेन जो है ये फ्री रनिंग पीरियड ज़्यादा लेती है और स्टार्टिंग और ब्रेकिंग इसका कम होता है। और अगर हम अर्बन और सब अर्बन की बात करें तो ये थोड़ा सा डिफरेंट होता है। सो लेट्स सी व्हाट इज़ द डिफरेंस व्हेन आई टॉक अबाउट द सब अर्बन एंड अर्बन सर्विसेज. Okay, then speed time curve for a suburban service. So here also I'm plotting the same. This is speed with respect to time. Here if I'm plotting speed with respect to time, what will happen? There will be an instant A. Till there, you will get for a time instant t1 acceleration. Then for point B, you get a period where you have coasting period for a time instant t2. t1 to t2 is coasting for you. Then thirdly, here you get B to point C at an instant t2 to t3, you get braking. Now you'll ask, where is the free running period gone? In suburban services, if you remember, recall what was the distance. The distance was less than a kilometer. So free run period was not important to us. So here we have eliminated it from the curve. Okay, so what is the difference in between the mainline services and the suburban services? It is the graph. So here the free running period is missing. Here only you are having three things: first acceleration, coasting and braking. So there are only three parts. Okay, then talking about the urban services, also you have that graph, speed with respect to time in seconds. So here you have acceleration for an instant of t1, then from here to here you are having acceleration, 0 to t1 you are having acceleration, then after A to B point and at an instant t2, that is from instant t1 to t2, you are having coasting period, and from T2 instant T3 tak you are having what? You are having the braking period. Now what is the difference in between the urban and the suburban services then? Here if you notice, the coasting period is more, whereas here the coasting period is less. And here the braking period is less, whereas here the braking period is more. So this is all about the curve of traction motor. Thanks for watching.